What if the meaning of life is not a secret to be discovered, but a purpose to be created? As Viktor Frankl mused in his profound work, Man's Search for Meaning, those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how. His words echo the wisdom found in the Douay Rhymes Bible, Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. Welcome our exploration of man's search for meaning, a stirring testament to the indomitable human spirit. Frankl further postulated, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This is a sentiment reflected in Romans 12:2 of the Bible, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind. Both texts, though separated by centuries and cultural context, emphasize the need for internal reflection and adaptation in the face of adversity. Join us as we dive deeper into Frankl's seminal work and its remarkable parallels with biblical teachings, a relentless quest for purpose that transcends the boundaries of time and faith. Born in Vienna in the year of 1905, Viktor Emil Frankl emerged as a remarkable psychiatrist and neurologist before the storm of the Second World War cast him into the dark heart of Nazi concentration camps. His days of incarceration were not only in any camp, but he was imprisoned in the most notorious camp of them all, Auschwitz. In the face of pure torment and despair, Frankl bore witness to the indomitable power of human spirit. He saw, firsthand, how individuals in the pits of suffering held on to a sense of purpose, a meaning for their existence that gave them the strength to face another day. A pivotal moment in Frankl's life was when he chose to stay behind in a camp of the terminally ill to tend to his patients, even when he had a chance to escape. An act which mirrors the story of the Good Shepherd in the Douay Rhymes Bible, who elects to stay with his flock even in the face of danger. Frankl's experiences would later shape his theories and materialize into his seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning. His profound revelation that those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how is a testament to his time in the camps. This echoes the sentiments of Job in the Douay Rhymes Bible, who, despite his immense sufferings, never gave up on his faith and purpose. Frankl's belief that it was not the pursuit of happiness, but the pursuit of a reason to be happy that gave life meaning, was a profound outcome of his lived experiences in Auschwitz and other camps. His work, therefore, stands as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of human resilience and the indomitable spirit to triumph over the most challenging circumstances. In his insightful book, Frankl introduces the idea that the primary motivational force within every individual is the search for meaning. He boldly states, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This highlights the nuance that life's potential meaning isn't circumstantial, but rather internal and transformational. Frankl further elaborates on this concept by asserting, life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. In other words, even under the most miserable conditions, if one can find a purpose or meaning, they can endure. This concept finds an echo in the biblical passage from Philippians 4:13 in the Douay Rhymes Bible, I can do all these things in him who strengtheneth me. It is a testament to the fact that, regardless of external circumstances, individuals can find purpose and meaning. It also aligns with the passage from Wisdom 3:1 in the same Bible. But the souls of the just are in the hands of God, and the torment of death shall not touch them. This suggests that those who seek and find meaning, despite the adversities they face, find a protective hand guiding them. Therefore, the search for meaning, as proposed by Frankl and mirrored in the Bible, becomes a beacon of resilience and strength in the face of life's challenges. Frankl's time in the concentration camps taught him a valuable lesson. He said, everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms. To choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. This profound realization came from observing those around him. He noted that individuals who found meaning in their suffering were undoubtedly more resilient. They had a convincing reason to keep living, to keep fighting. Frankl wrote, in some way, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning. It's akin to the biblical story of Job, who faced immense suffering but never lost his faith. A comparison can also be drawn with the biblical account of the 3 Hebrews cast into the fiery furnace by King Nebuchadnezzar in the book of Daniel. Despite facing death, they remained faithful and chose not to bow to the golden statue. Frankl's observations echo this narrative. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. That space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Choosing to respond with faith and persistence in the face of overwhelming adversity, just as Job and the 3 Hebrews did, is a theme that resonates in both man's search for meaning and the Douay-Rheims Bible. Frankl's concept of tragic optimism is an intricate and profound insight into the human condition. In his book, he meticulously delineates it as the perseverance to sustain hope and discover purpose in life in the face of inevitable pain, guilt, and the looming shadow of death. He poignantly states in Man's Search for Meaning, "In some ways, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning, such as the meaning of a sacrifice." This philosophical stance deeply resonates with verses from the Douay-Rheims Bible, particularly Romans 5:3-4, which states, "And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience trial, and trial hope." The parallels between Frankl's tragic optimism and these biblical verses demonstrate an intersection of psychological resilience and spiritual faith. Furthermore, in elaborating on tragic optimism, Frankl reveals, "Ever more people today have the means to live, but no meaning to live for." It's a statement that reverberates with the biblical verse Ecclesiastes 1:14 from Douay-Rheims Bible. "I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit." Both convey the deep yearning for purpose beyond the physical and temporal. In conclusion, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning presents 3 key themes. Firstly, the search for purpose. Frankl famously wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how." This correlates to Proverbs 19:21 from the Douay-Rheims Bible. "Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will be established." This suggests that while suffering may be part of our existence, it is the pursuit of a higher purpose that gives life its true meaning. Secondly, the power of attitude in facing suffering. Frankl emphasizes, everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms: to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. This sentiment is mirrored in Philippians 4:12. "I know how to be humbled and I know how to abound. I am prepared for anything, anywhere, either to be full or to be hungry, either to have abundance or endure scarcity." Lastly, the ability to find meaning in life's challenges. Frankl states, "In some way, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning." This aligns with Romans 5:3-4. "Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope." His experiences and insights remind us of the indomitable nature of the human spirit, its ability to find meaning in the face of suffering, and the power of attitude in shaping our reality. By comparing these themes with teachings from the Douay-Rheims Bible, we are reminded of the universality and timeless nature of these principles. As we journey through the complexities of life, let us keep in mind Frankl's profound words. "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms: to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." He also stated that when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. And as the Bible, specifically the Douay-Rheims version, reminds us in Proverbs 19:21, "Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." It goes on to tell us in Romans 8:28, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose." Thank you for joining this exploration of Viktor Frankl's profound insights. Remember, the search for meaning is not a passive discovery. As Frankl emphasizes, life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. It is, in fact, an active creation. We are not merely passengers in life. Instead, we are the architects of our own purpose. As Frankl stated, in the end, we should not search for abstract meaning, but rather to give meaning to the world through our actions, our love, and our suffering. We shape our destiny and our freedom. Remember, our purpose is not handed to us. We must actively seek and create it.